Welcome, this is my short course on how to make your first 1000 bucks from content, all on YouTube, all for free. We're at part 4, believe it or not, and this one is about positioning your offer for sales. In the previous part, we went through finding your perfect audience. You need people, and you need to start with people if you're ever going to run a profitable business. And after you have the people, you need to sell them something, otherwise this whole business thing doesn't really work. Hi, my name is Jordan Parker. I'm the guy who creators come to when they need help scaling their business, or if they're pissed and tired of the algorithm stealing all of their money. Today we're going to talk about the thing you sell, your offer, and how to position that offer on the market. First, let me simplify offers for you, because everyone goes absolutely crazy with offers and everyone overthinks offers way too much, and they're not that difficult. You already know what an offer is. You already made hundreds of them. An offer is simply an invitation. Hey, do you want to buy this thing? Is an offer. And hey, do you want to go out for beers? Is also an offer. And obviously there are good ways and bad ways to make an offer. Hey, do you want to buy my old scratched iPhone for $10,000? Is a bad offer. Also, hey, do you want to go out for beers in the shitty downtown bar where we can get stopped? Is also a terrible offer. And for every offer, if you can make a bad version of it, you can also make a good version of it. But you don't really need to make a spectacular offer as you start. Your offer is simply an invitation for the person to buy the solution for the problem you're solving for them. But no matter how good your invitation is, it's never going to work if you're inviting people to do something that they just don't want. So the thing you focus early on is not going to be your offer, it's going to be the problem you're solving for other people in exchange for money. If you nail the problem, if you understand people well enough so that you can explain their problem perfectly and you can then just tell them their problem and that you have the solution for it, they will want to purchase that. The rest of the offer is far less relevant. Now, offers are actually useful longer term in the business, because with a better offer, you need to do less work to actually sell it. Improve your offer enough and you don't even need a conversation. You can just send people to a website and they will just buy from there. But is that the way you're going to run your business day one? No, that makes no sense. You don't just make one of those amazing offers, you make an okay offer and then you improve it 1,000 times until it becomes amazing. So focus on understanding your audience and offer them what they want. You can keep it simple and you can improve the offer later. And yes, it's going to be useful, but it's going to be useful later. But that gets us to the hard part, which is getting people to notice and remember your offer. Your offer should be kind of normal. It should be something that people are already buying. But how do you make people remember it? That is the hard question. But before we get to the answer, I want to take a second to invite you to Creator Income. Creator Income is the community of creators I'm building who are all tired of the algorithm and want to build business their own way. If you feel that way, and if you want to get early access to those videos as well, join from the link below. And I'll even let you join without my egregious coaching fees early on. It's pretty cool. So how do you make people remember your offer? How do you actually make an offer, put it on the market, and people actually see it and want to buy it? This is positioning. Very often when I see businesses, it's not about their offer that's bad. If you're selling something that people are already buying, you probably have an okay offer at least. Like, yes, it can be improved, but it's okay. But the problem is, how do you get people to see your specific version of this and not anyone else's? This works by positioning yourself against other people in the market. It's competing with them, because that's how market works. And positioning works in terms of contrast. So let's do an experiment. Which notebook would you prefer? We have one notebook that has flowers on it and says 2025. It's beautiful. And we have another notebook which has the Lord of the Rings map on it. Which one would you prefer? Hearing this question, you're going to experience one of two things. Option one is you won't care about any one of those, in which case this example won't be very effective for you. And option two is one of them is going to look amazing, the other one is going to look kind of boring. And this is the essence of positioning. You're creating something different on the market that people can see and feel is different, and they will choose it because it's not like the other stuff. So for example, if on the market there are 11,000 iterations of this Lord of the Rings notebook, which by the way has very cool maps inside, very, very cool notebook. I love this thing. If there's like 11,000 variations of this and that they're all like dark colored and they have golden accents and all of that, that's cool, but it would be very difficult to sell another one of those because there's already so much competition. But if you are the first person selling this pink weird notebook, then people will go nuts about it. Obviously, I like this one better than this one. But if you're the first one selling either one of those, you will get sales because people who want your thing have nowhere else to go. Now, this is actually much easier when it comes to selling digital goods and services, because in most markets, for most audiences, there isn't that much competition for most things. For example, if I wanted to sell photography lessons on Twitter, I would have far fewer people competing with me compared to trying to sell a notebook, because not everyone on Twitter is into photography. There would be far fewer people trying to sell sell that. And if you have your audience first, you can go to them and see what they're lacking. Because let's say I go to a group of accountants, and those accountants need photography for their social media accounts because they're going digital. Now, there might be 1,000 other people selling photography lessons, but to my group of accountants, there's probably 1 or 2 or even 0. And because I know photography lessons sell because other people are buying them, it's very likely that my accounting audience would be interested as well. This is the essence of positioning. You need to understand what the market needs and what the market offers. And you need to find a place where you can quite literally position yourself so you're offering something that people still want, but no one else is offering. Now, let me give you a specific example of this because this can still be a little bit confusing. For example, because we're getting a little bit abstract, business coaching is not a new thing. There are 1,000 other business coaches in the world, but I personally work with creators. And when it comes to creators and business coaching, there aren't that many options. Most creator business coaches have never done anything else besides making content, and they've never run a different type of business. I, on the other hand, have run many different types of businesses, and I've made more mistakes and learned more things because of that. I know that I'm uniquely positioned to serve creators because no one else is actually offering what I'm offering. And to make this even stronger, I'm inverting what the market, what you probably believes to be true. So everyone on social media is teaching you how to grow your account, how to get more followers, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to teach people how to get more followers. Instead, the motto of my company is fuck the algorithm. I don't want myself or my clients to be dependent on the algorithm. And thanks to that belief, I'm different than anyone else on the market. For yourself, you should go through and just document the different steps of how you deliver your results, and also the different things that you've experienced and that you bring to the table that other people probably don't. You take those two things, you throw them at Claude or ChatGPT, and you simply ask it, hey, how am I different from anyone else on the market? Here is a bunch of data. And it's going to give you a lot of different ideas about your positioning that you can play with. Obviously, this is not going to just happen in one go. You need to test this, and I'm going to cover that in a second, but this is going to give you a very good start and just 3 or 4 ideas to figure out an excellent positioning. And that's pretty damn convenient and very, very clear compared to many of the other methods that I've seen. But let me end this with how you can test your positioning. And you can use this testing method for your offer, for your positioning, or any question you have for the market. It works with anything. It's so flexible. You have 3 different ways to test your positioning. And again, you can use it with other stuff. We're focused on positioning. Number 1 is you can test this with ads. You go on Facebook and then you create several different ads that have a white image with a black text that simply states your offer with the positioning that you want to test. You make 5-10 of those and you run them on Facebook. Then you see which one Facebook pushes the most, and that's your positioning. Pretty straightforward. Alternatively, you can take those top ideas and instruct AI to act as somebody from your target market. You give it as much context as you possibly can. You try to describe its situation, what it does for work, what kind of life it lives, everything you can imagine, so it gives you the most accurate data possible. Then you ask it questions to understand it better, and then you try offering your offer, positioning it differently to see which one it likes best. And you can always ask the AI to rank it in a certain way. The problem with ads is obviously it costs money, and the problem with AI is that it's not perfectly accurate, but there is one method that is free and it is very, very accurate. And that is you have conversations with people. You go through 5, 10, 20, 50 people from your perfect audience and you just talk to them and you see if they have the problem, and then you try offering them your solution. If they need help, you offer them your solution with whatever positioning you're testing and they accept. That means you probably did a good job with your positioning. If they need help, you offer them your solution with your positioning and they reject, it probably means that you didn't make a good enough offer. So what you do is you take every single idea from the AI and present it to 20, 30 people, and you see how many takers you get per idea. The more you get, the better the idea is. It takes a little bit of time, but it is pretty simple and very, very effective. And that's just about everything for this video. In the next video, we're going to talk about all of the different ways you can make money and the one way you should definitely start with to make your first 1,000 bucks. Ciao.